And we welcome you to the program. We'll have plenty of coverage of tonight's Facebook Fox News debate, actually the kiddie table debate, the happy hour debate starting right now. But we're glad you're with us here watching Newsmax Now. Our first, though, our top story, two police officers killed in the line of duty in less than a week. Yeah, this as we approach the one-year anniversary of Michael Brown's death that sparked that hands up, don't shoot and Black Lives Matter movements. Right now, a manhunt continues in Shreveport, Louisiana for a man whom police say shot and killed Officer Thomas LaValle last night. They've identified the shooter as Grover Cannon. Now, according to investigators, LaValle got into a confrontation with Grover and was shot multiple times. Grover had a warrant out for his arrest.
There is nowhere that he can go. There's nothing that he can do to stop us from bringing him to justice. These guys and ladies will not rest until he's brought to justice.
The FBI is now offering a $25,000 reward for any information leading to his capture.
Also on Sunday, police officer Sean Bolton was killed in Memphis, Tennessee. Investigators say Bolton was shot multiple times during a scuffle after he pulled up to a parked car and apparently interrupted a drug deal. Bolton, a former Marine, was the third Memphis police officer to be killed in just the last 4 years. The suspect in this case, Tremaine Wilborn, turned himself in to U.S. Marshals after an extensive manhunt. A first-degree warrant had been issued for his arrest. He was suspected of being the passenger in that car. Police say Wilborn was on supervised release from prison where he had been serving a 10-year sentence for bank robbery. Memphis's police director actually spoke to Wilborn after he surrendered.
And he said, I want you to know that one, I'm not a cold-blooded killer, and two, I am not a coward. If you remember yesterday, I called him a coward in a press conference, and that didn't set too well with him.
Now, someone actually reportedly set up a GoFundMe page for the suspect in the Memphis case, and people donated more than $600 before it was taken down.
Now, for more on our top story, we're going to be joined now by Tom Ruskin. He's a decorated former New York City police detective. Thank you so much for joining us here on Newsmax Now. Good to have you.
Thanks for having me, Miranda.
Tom, firearms-related killings of law enforcement officers are actually down a bit compared this year to last. But does that tell us the whole story about the realities of law enforcement and the dangers they're facing on the street each day?
No, the reason I think that gun, arrests are down is police aren't being as aggressive as they used to be. They're so scared of someone taping something and them losing their jobs, they can't do their jobs. And that's part of the reason that gun collars and gun arrests are down around this country. Cops are just not being proactive anymore. They're being reactive, and that's where cops are now getting hurt.
I want to ask you, this weekend marks the anniversary of the police shooting of Michael Brown that happened in Ferguson. It's hard to believe it's been a year now. Do you expect riots again? And if so, will police do a better job of keeping things under control? By the sounds of it, it sounds like they're very intimidated now, and rightfully so, maybe.
Well, rightfully so, but police will do what police have to do. They are paid to protect cities. And with the exception of Baltimore, basically cities have remained calm. People have demonstrated in major urban centers, and the police departments and the demonstrators have kept it calm and kept it from getting out of hand. Michael Brown's shooting is vastly different than other shootings that have happened in this country.
Tom, in your opinion, what needs to be done to prevent more attacks like this from happening? As we mentioned, 2 officers killed recently in just the last week.
Police work is a very, very dangerous business. Cops who take on that line of work understand that their life can be taken. And, sometimes it's just a hap of circumstance. It's being in the wrong place at the wrong time for an officer to get killed. Cops learn from other cops' incidents and from studying those incidents better tactics. And hopefully, out of these 2 instances, it will save some other officer's life, even though we had to lose a brother in blue over the last, 2 brothers in blue over the last week.
Well, we heard that police chief in Shreveport say that they're offering that huge reward for the capture of that man. Hopefully it will lead to his arrest. Thank you so much for joining us, Thomas Ruskin, former NYPD detective investigator and president of CMP Protective Investigative Group. Pleasure to have you.
Have a good day.